All right. Good evening, good morning, as I always say, wherever you are tuning in from. And welcome this evening to an awesome evening. I am Keith here with my, of course, assistant and co host, Lillian Lamore, with her cat. Today, with special guest.
Yes.
Um, I am hearing feedback. Hang on. I am hearing. Oh, I am sorry. I heard feedback from my other computer. There we go. Well, tonight's the night. Let me turn down the music. I'm sorry. It's loud on my side. I'll put it down a little bit right there. So tonight's the night. As everyone known, we have released episode 2. So that is awesome. If you haven't watched it, go watch it because this is going to be all spoiler alerts. So if you want to watch the spoilers and know what happens, well, sit through this because we want you to watch this. But if you have already, well, this is the best time for everyone to jump in and talk and do everything and talk about it. So I'm going to start introducing some of our cast members who are tuning in with us this evening, and I will start pulling them out from backstage. First of all, I'd like to introduce my assistant director. Also, she works with the music and everything like that. Kenzie G. I'm gonna get her in right now. Here we go. Hello,
Hi guys.
Kenzie.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Next, I also like to introduce. You saw her in the episode. Yes, her eye got pulled out a few times, so you know we see that there's a situation going on. I know we've been making bad jokes about that for the past few days. So here she is, Sydney Author.
Hi
Hello,
guys,
your
how are
one
you?
eye. Yes, yes. Next, we also
You
have.
should be wearing a
You should
hat.
have a patch, right?
I wanted to, but I didn't want to go up in the attic to get it. So laziness on my part. I apologize.
All right. Next, we have coming up. You've seen her. She is our friend who kind of bribed my character to go and give her secrets about the Red Huntress. And you know her. She plays as Emily. We're going to introduce Angel Trigar. Here she is. All right. Also, next up, as everyone knows, we all know her as Alice Strongberg. She is one of the main stars of the Red Huntress. Well, she is the Red Huntress. We got Sammy.
Hi.
And finally, she was just introduced in this episode. She is the new evil character roaming around Wellows Ridge. We have Misty Wagner. Misty.
Yay.
Okay, do I have everyone? So
Hello.
we're trying to see if Hilario can jump on here because he's having technical difficulties. So if he can't get on, then we'll definitely be putting him. But he's supposed to be on with us, so he's gonna try jumping on. But yeah, when he gets on, we'll get on. But if you guys have questions for him, I'm gonna put it up on the chat. But he is tuning in with us this evening. Hilario has done great work with us. He helped us out with makeup. If you've seen the eyeball pop up, that was all Hilario who did that. So that was pretty fucking awesome. Yes, I'm gonna curse tonight. That's okay. So, but thank you for everyone for tuning in this evening. This is awesome. It's been almost 3 months. I think we're at 3 months or close to 3 months that we filmed The Red Huntress, episode 1, where it all started. And now we are here 3 months later, back at it again. It was a rough 3 months. I'm going to tell everybody that. We were definitely short on budget for episode 2, but that's okay because at the end of the day, we still want to put out as much good content as we can for you. So, we are definitely rolling on to episode 3 right now. And give me 1 second.
You know what's actually kind of crazy?
Oh, hang on. My headphones are being weird. Do you guys hear static?
No.
No.
It's just my headphones.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
you
my
should just
headphone.
in your
Hang
head.
on. Hang on, everyone. Give me 1 second because I have to hook up my external speakers. Hang on. Go ahead, Mac. You can take over.
Turn down the music a little
Let's
bit.
go. There you go.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mac. If you want to talk to them a little bit while I set this up, just kind of ask everybody stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I got to set up this thing. Hang on.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So what I was going to say, Keith was saying something about the being 3 months. I think it's a little crazy that we actually released it today because if you look at the release date of the first episode, it's almost 3 months to the day that we released it. The first episode, or chapter 1, was released on November 1st.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It was released on November 1st. Well, now it's February 4th. So that timing is kind of crazy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
You guys planned it that way.
Totally.
We did plan it all like that.
Always.
Why do I have my headphones on when I'm listening through my speakers? There's like static going on in my speakers, so I don't know what's going on. So, but we are going to go ahead and roll with that.
So has everybody in the stream, like everybody who's on camera, watched episode 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
So everyone here has watched episode 2, and if you're in the audience tuning in, did you watch episode 2? And if you did
you watch
go ahead
it?
and put in the comments, what did you think? What do you want to see more? There's something you hate. I hope you didn't hate anything, but tell us what you thought about it. Tell us what you're hoping to see in the next episode coming up. So just throughout this chat this evening, just talk to us about it. So I'm going to start by going and doing some reviews and asking if you have a question for me or for anybody on here, go ahead and ask away. So I don't know. Let's start with Sydney. Let's start off with your reviews for episode 2. Let's from episode 1 to episode 2. Let's hear your honest review about this.
Well, it's funny because we rewatched episode 1 right before we watched episode 2 tonight, so it's very fresh, and I liked revisiting the story so that I kind of knew more about what was going on in the second episode. And I think everything is like, everybody did a fantastic job in episode 1, but I think episode 2 brought on more effects and more like that. Every time that like background's like, duh, I'm like, oh shit, like something's gonna happen, the suspense, and like I thought it was fantastic, and I thought everything got stepped up. Yet like episode 1's here, and then episode 2's like took it another bit up too. Like everybody did awesome.
Awesome. I'm sorry, Nikita's asking. She just woke up, so she's asking if she can jump on. I said, yeah, sure.
Absolutely. Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course.
All right, Angel, how do you feel about it? Reviews, thoughts, concerns. I hope there's no concerns. But what are your thoughts?
I have a concern.
No concerns at all.
From your episode 1 debut that you did as one of the Angry Mob members to now playing as, now the Angry Mob member 4, now known as Emily. So how do you feel? How did you feel about it? Did you even watch the episode yet?
I did.
You did? Okay. How did you feel about it?
It was fun, kind of surprising people. That was just like how I feel like from episode 1, like just being there, kind of like no one really knows who I am yet, to episode 2, where it's like, okay, I kind of swindle you a little bit into letting me come on your adventures.
And we have Maurice jumping. I don't mean cut you off, Angel. We have Maurice jumping in. Maurice also is known as Mr. Wellows. Yes. I'm sorry. You
Maurice.
As Mr. Wellows in the episode, if you watch it. Like I said, this is all a bunch of spoilers, so we're going to talk about spoilers this evening. So if you haven't watched it, I'm just I just want to make sure that, if you haven't watched it, I don't want to spoil it for you all. So don't tune into this podcast. Watch it first and then come back on. I'm kidding. If you want, you're going to hear spoilers throughout the night. So, just jump in, ask questions. And when you get the time, watch it. For those who watched it, again, I'm going to look at our view count. We have 100. We just have 100 views already. So our numbers are going up pretty quickly. And it's great. So, tell us what you think. And also Kat is with him. So Kat played as Mrs. Wellows, as you saw in there. So they are over there together. The Wellows are together again, like always.
Hi,
My
Mom.
son.
So
My son and
yeah. Well, you are
daughter-in-law.
in for some spoiler alerts, but that's okay because you can hear from us and then watch it. So, but you'll hear it. So, but you can definitely check it out and watch it. It is on YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link right now so everybody can watch it. Can't post this message. Okay, that's okay. So episode 2, I just posted it right over there, so everyone can watch it. So it was, going back to it. This was a fun evening, but I don't want to cut anybody off. All right, so Angel had it. All right, Sammy, what is? Oh, do you have something else to say? I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
No, I was relieved. I know we had like something behind the scenes we were hoping to cover up. Like I was relieved to see it was all good to go.
Yeah, we had some stuff we had to fix up, but that's okay. We won't tell them what we had to fix up. That's okay. So, all right, Sammy, Mrs. Alice Strongberg, also known as the Red Huntress, also known as an accused witch, also known as go on. What did you feel about it? What was your thoughts? What was your concerns?
I liked it a lot more than the first. I love the first too, but I like this one more because I think the quality was just immaculate on it. It was so much better. And I like that it had more action and storyline and new characters. I really liked it.
That is awesome. That's awesome. And that's coming from the Red Huntress herself. Oh, I'm causing a lot of static. All right. The evil one. Misty Wagner, who was resurrected in the episode. She had all that stuff poured on her. I felt so bad. We'll talk about what happened that day for everybody. So we'll talk about that. But Misty, how do you feel from episode 1 to episode 2? How do you feel?
Well, I liked episode 1 because, it tells kind of the background of the story, but as Sydney and Sammy said, there's more action in the second episode, and you have a lot of cool special effects, and then these really crazy, vibrant characters come alive. You've got the goblin, and I enjoyed it.
Shout out
it.
to Ronnie Prince Jr., Irene Q, and Erica Over. They were playing as the goblins. They dealt with our crap. So, Ronnie, shout out to you. You did an amazing job. I know trying to swing around a chain, a ball, and a stick is not easy. So, but a lot of people, when they saw that fight scene, they're like, ooh, Sammy got hit pretty hard. It looks so... The second hit that she took a sucker punch right to the face to, people loved that. I mean, I was like, really? He's like, yeah, that's
it makes the bruises worth it.
Yeah, like, bah! And I was just like, all right, Ronnie, hold back a little bit. Don't actually hit her. When I saw that on cam, like I was watching it, filming it, and it's like when I'm filming, I kind of watch, like I kind of, it's a weird thing. You watch what's going on, but you're also watching on the camera. And it's like kind of like watching subtitles and watching your film. And when I saw him punch her, I really thought that he hit her. Like I really thought that he hit her. And I walked up to her, and at the end, I thought like at the end, I forgot to stop recording, so I ran up and I was like, oh my fucking gosh, I ruined the shot. And I was able to cut it off just perfectly to get the oh, thank goodness. And Sydney, you just left, I think, during that time. She had to take a flight back to the airport, and she was all covered in blood. We tried.
So the Uber driver was very understanding with why I looked like the red version of Braveheart getting into his Uber.
Oh my gosh. How did he react? Like,
you got to go in the Uber with the blood.
Well, they ripped all the latex off in a hurry because I couldn't miss my flight. So it took I had an exfoliation treatment, for free, so bonus, but it was only on half of my face. So I looked like I had sunburn on half of my face, and I had my usual Casper on the other side. So it was a look.
And then to add to that, Sydney, your contact was dyed red.
Yes. Because of the blood that they put on my face leaked into my eyes. So, and I didn't know until I got home, and I took it out, and I'm like, it looked like those beet eggs, like when you have the hard-boiled eggs dyed red with like beet juice. That's what it looked like. And I'm like, yeah, we're throwing that in the trash.
oh no. How did it go at the airport?
They let me right through security, so I don't know
Oh.
what that tells you. Like, I don't know if they were scared or.
Security. I was worried about that though. I'm
They're
not.
like,
Yeah.
we don't know what happened. We don't want to know.
I had enough footage on my phone to be like, look, guys, this is what I looked like an hour ago. That's why I look like this now.
I feel like had you shown them that, they would have been like, "Nah, you're staying here. We don't need you going wherever you're going."
Is someone hurting you?
Yeah.
We're going to. No, I signed up for it, I swear.
Voluntarily did that.
Give us a wink.
So,
Awesome.
Maurice said the special effects were great.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Maurice. That was Hilario. Hilario, Mac were mainly doing the special effects.
You guys did awesome.
The VFX was okay, I think, to myself. I tried not overdoing it,
The
but
VFX
I think
were
it came out okay. I think a lot of people, like I said, they like the shotgun. People like getting shot by a shotgun. So I want to reiterate to people what it is, because when you shoot a shotgun, you don't go up in flames like that. So there's something called incendiary buckshots. I think I said it correctly. And what it is basically it's just flammable buckshot shells in the shotgun. So we put in the concept, okay, cool. It's like burning them at the stake, basically, at that way. So when you shoot them with that shotgun, the shell, all this is just going to blast out fire. They also call it dragon's breath, and it just blasts out. So we're like, we're going to use that concept in there when we shoot Lindsay, and it'll just imitate the effect of getting like the fire going. So it was pretty cool. I like that effect, but the special effects, I got to give it to Mac and to Hilario. That was really awesome, especially with the eyes. That eyeball scene, I was a little bit sick. So we did the scene of oh my gosh, of Sarah. Shout out to Sarah. She played as the pregnant lady. She got stabbed a few times, as everyone's seen. She was sacrificed. And Hilario was like, okay, we were thinking, how do we get the blood to come out? How do we get the blood to come out from her? And Hilario was like, okay, so I'm going to suck up this blood using this fish tube. And he just sucked it all the way up, held it in his mouth, and then he just pushed it out. And so we just did back and forth shots, and that man was so out of breath. I found a bike pump just shortly right afterwards. I said, look what I found. He was like, I can't believe you didn't tell me this earlier.
I don't know how he didn't wrap the tube of the bike pump around your neck at that point. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I was worried about that. All right, Haley
He's
says, hello, everyone.
dedicated.
Where's
That
Amy
icing
at tonight? She played the witch. So, Amy, I don't know what was going on with her. I didn't hear from her. I don't know if she didn't respond back in our group chat who wanted to come up, but I know she saw it. And she did a great job. She did a very good job.
Yeah.
People were saying that there's just something about her character. As Sammy says at the end, she's weird. Like literally at the end after they talk to her, it's like she's weird. So we wanted the energy of her to match Steve Livingood, who plays as the Reaper. We wanted her energy to match them, where it's kind of like they're very smart and sorceress, but they're also very weird. Like they're not public type of people. But that's the best part about this. Witches and goblins and ghosts, they can be weird. It's okay. So they can be the weird, creepy, but Amy did an amazing job for it. I'm sorry. Marie says, awesome job, Mac and Hilario. Nikita says, good evening, all. And then Hilario said,
No.
yeah, okay. All right, Hilario. So,
there goes the PG rating for this
Yeah, there goes
podcast.
That's fine.
yes, incendiary buckshots. That's what they
You're not
are
gonna read it out loud.
So,
No, not for
so
Hilario.
so my question to the cast. All right, let's talk Lillian. Lillian, because you're in it. Lillian plays as Laura Wello. So when she was, your reactions on set was just like when you first saw Misty walking to
I was heartbroken that my love. I had to.
You're just
I
like
had to show my love
Maurice was just like, and meet your grandmother. Here you go. And Misty's just looking at her like, She had to smell her
She's
hair.
she's sniffing at
What happened?
Snipping.
Yeah, there's a significant time delay for text.
Yeah. So it there's a little delay. So yeah. Oh, significant time delay. Oh, okay. So go ahead, Lily. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying that when she was like sniffing me and my face.
Yeah, she sniffed your hair. She licked your palm. I don't know. Did you actually lick her palm? Okay.
No.
I
No,
know
she
from the
didn't.
angle, it looked like I licked her.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Maurice.
I don't think I did. If I did, I'm sorry. Hi, son.
Hi, Mom.
No, you.
So before we continue,
But yeah, no, this episode was really stepped up a notch. Like the first episode was really good, but this one, I mean, it just was taken to a new level. I mean, everything, the music, the sound, the effects, the story, just everything, like I was saying before when we were chatting, like the color grading, you do so much with, I say a shoestring budget. I mean, it's not easy to make it look as good as it does when you're just filming in like limited spaces. So
it was very fun. And you know what? The biggest part about this, I definitely really do think it's really how would I say it? It's our funding. Funding is like the biggest thing with productions. It's the hardest thing to get. And like I said, shout out to I also send Nikita the stuff, and Hilario, if you're listening, I resent you the link again. If the hardest part is definitely getting the funding. I know episode 2, we were very short of our goal, but we made it work and happen. It was tough, but we had to do some cuts. But at the end of the day, we can't like sit there and
you wouldn't know it
just
though.
wait around.
You wouldn't know. Yeah, sorry. No,
you wouldn't
delay with. Yeah, you would not know that.
Good. Yeah,
you would cut corners or whatever. I mean, it looked really good. It was really polished and.
Yeah, and everyone did great, and it's like it's tough. I don't know how bad the delay is. Okay, I'm gonna
delay with the text or.
Yeah, so I'm gonna snap my finger and then tell me when you hear it. I'm gonna start counting.
No.
Heard it.
Okay, you heard it? Okay, so it's about a second. Okay, cool. I just wanted to.
I think what Maurice meant for the messaging was like when we're talking, it's very delayed into like what we're seeing in the messages.
Hello,
so
Nikita.
like
See,
for
Nikita
instance,
got it.
for instance, he said hi, Mom. It was just very delayed as to when we responded to it. I think that's what
okay. Yeah, we're getting the messages a little bit late. So, but yeah, I mean, the biggest, like I said, before I even continue with the podcast going on this evening, talking about more behind the scenes, it's an info commercial. I'm kidding. It's not info commercial. We're going to go and talk about the Red Huntress.
My cat's in a bad mood. I'm sorry.
What happened?
My cat is attacking me. I'm sorry.
Oh, you are.
That's not good.
So,
come on, Sammy.
Don't forget, guys. We need to raise $3,500. Now it's $3,000, but we want to get to this number right here, guys. We really need to get to that number. We want to start filming in March, to get episode 3. Everyone has seen episode 2. We really want to step up our game from, like, as everyone saw, we went from episode 1 to episode 2, and we really want to step up our game. And sometimes we do need the funding for it, to get the help for it. So we have awesome perks. I'm sorry. Let me scroll up. I'm going too far down. There we go. I'm sorry. So we have awesome perks.
I was looking at the locations. I was looking at some of the locations that you had pictures of in the pier space.
Yeah.
I have those bookmarked for like photo shoots and stuff because I'm like, those would be cool to film
They're
in.
awesome.
You know,
Yeah.
so these it's so funny. I literally those were ones I've looked at independently on my own. I'm like, ooh,
They're
that would be
awesome,
cool
especially
to
this
shoot.
one right here. I really love this setting right here. It's amazing. It's
That's
awesome.
really
You know, like I said, I think the biggest part of funding is just it's getting for the location. You know,
Mhm.
and like of course getting our
yeah.
actors out here because you know a lot of them are not local, so they have to fly. But we have awesome perks for that. So again, over here, you know, um, I really hope we can get our goal. I can work with what we can, but you know, I think really I want to emphasize that you know this is we really want to make episode 3 really really awesome and cool, and you know, of course, we're gonna need everyone's help. So yeah, if you want to donate, come and donate. It's really cool stuff we have. Ladies of the Red Huntress. You get the Monster Jar specimen, sponsor an actor. Every time you sponsor an actor, you automatically get associate producer credit. So that's really awesome and that's really cool. And of course, moving forward, I know a lot of people have asked me, hey, what are we excuse me. I always tell people, hey, I totally lost my train of thought. Wow, I totally lost it. I'm
You're
sorry.
talking about sponsoring an actor, the associate producer credit.
Yeah, they get an associate producer credit. We'll talk about Clifton soon too. Um, yeah, so here's the big one right here. This is our filming location. So we need $2,000 to get our filming location to use it. There's the one of this is like a one of one if you get everything. But I believe up here, there you go. It's only $100 to sponsor our location. And the best part about it, you get like Blu-ray DVDs for episode 1, 2, 3, and you get bonus material because I know a lot of people want Blu-ray of this. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put it into this one because we really want to get this going and we really want to make episode 3 really cool. So, you know, it'll be really great if it would be great if everyone donated. It would be great. It will help us out a lot. Um, I think the one biggest one that people are going crazy about is this one, opening monologue with your voice. People love that. So at the end of episode 2, if you stuck around and watched all the way past the prologue, I'm going to go ahead and switch back so everybody can jump in again. If you watched all the way at the end, um, that was, you know, it was Christopher Korak. He did his voice recording. He got a perk of Lost. Forgot what it was. Lost Voices. I think it's Lost. I forgot what the perk was called specifically, but he got that, and that was his voice at the end of it, and it came out really good. It came out really amazing. It's a from home perk, so you don't have to show up on set. So, um, so yeah, so this is like super cool. So
And I think that the monologue perk is a great idea. I mean, like you said, you can do it from home, but you know, a lot of people, they don't know like how to get started in acting. And I think that's a prime opportunity to be able to have your monologue in episode
who
3.
doesn't want their voice in it? I mean, it's so cool. I mean, so I had a few people tell me today it reminded them of watching Doctor Who, and at the Easter egg at the end, it reminded them of BioShock. I don't know if everyone played the game of that, but it's very steampunk western, and that's exactly the route I want to really take with this. And we just jumped up to a bunch of people viewing in. Holy cow!
Okay, can I say
Awesome.
something
Hello,
really quick?
everybody. And my comments are blowing up. Hang on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Can I say something really quick?
It says, I don't know if I can show this. Yes, I can. Spectre Nightmare just rated the channel with 7 viewers, PogChamp. Oh, Tessa, how are you doing?
So
Tessa, go
I
ahead.
have this streaming to my Twitch, and that's what that's from.
Sweet.
She rated the channel with a few of her friends, I'm assuming.
Yes,
Thank
that's
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks for tuning in.
Oh.
Much appreciated. She said, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, LOL. I'm alive. We see you.
I'm glad you're alive.
Yes, we're glad. You need to come on set with us. We need some more people We need some more costume designers. So real quick, it's off topic, but Tessa does cosplay. I've done a lot of photos and videos for her. Me and Kenzie have, and she's a great cosplayer. She does a lot of cool stuff. So I'm trying to get her to join the team of costume designers because episode 3 we have a big giant gargoyle we need to make with wings.
She just never has time.
And yes, we are building a really awesome werewolf costume. For obviously, if you watch the end of the episode 2, we know Clifton's gonna be the werewolf. So if you want to see an 8-foot tall werewolf, I'm gonna tell you all, go and donate. And guess what? At the end, during episode 3, guess who go at each other? The werewolf and the guy
Don't spoil it.
I'm sorry, they already know there's a big fight in it. That's the key thing. So they that's their little. That's what. So if you donate and help us get to our goal, you will see that. You will all see that. It's perfect. It's great. So, all right. So I'm gonna let Sammy talk a little bit. Sammy, how does it feel to be the Red Huntress?
It feels amazing. And eerie at the same time when everybody's out to get you.
Everyone's out to get you? What do you mean everyone's out to get you?
Everybody wants me to die. They're all after me.
Oh, well, yeah, because they accuse you of everything,
Yeah.
All right.
But it's really fun, though. I like that it's like sci-fi-ish and yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's a different world than what I'm used to. So.
All right, so everyone who just tuned in, we're talking about the Red Huntress. You guys can watch it. I'm going to drop the link for episode 2 right over here so you guys can all watch it. I'm just going to take a quick view count of where we're at right now. Okay, we're at 108 views. We went up to 161 subscribers. So keep sharing it. Episode 1 has, I think, 5.7 thousand views. And we have a bunch of comments, a bunch of likes for it. So let's keep that number rising. And of course, we always want to make sure that we keep our we want to get the funding. We want to get this goal. This is our goal by March, right?
Nope.
We want to get here. We need this. This is our number. This is what makes productions awesome. And we want to do this often. Awesome. So
we have surpassed 100 views on the first or on the second episode.
Oh wow!
All right, so I want to talk about. People have asked me, and I'll ask the cast. What is it like working on the Red Huntress? And I will go down the line from production, from review, from production point of view, from acting point of view, from pre-production. So I'll start off with Lillian. And then we'll just go down the line from there.
What is it like working for your production?
What's it like being on the Red Huntress? There you go. Because people want to know what's it like. Like, what is like? I had someone. Go ahead.
I would say it's. I mean, it's very chill. Like I've been on productions where it's more stressful, so I like that. Working with you guys, it's like low stress. You're very easygoing, but again, like when we're filming it, it always looks like, well, I like sit there. I'm like, well, how is this going to turn out on the screen? And you really like make something look so cool from something that seems like it's mundane, like like if we're filming in your garage or something like that. And at the time, I'm like, I don't know, how's this gonna come out? And I mean, in fact, when you first reached out to me for a previous project, I looked at your page and I saw the quality of your work. I was like, he's talented. He's got some good skills here, and it shows in the final product. And with the production, it's like, I mean, we're all like, a lot of us are friends and stuff. We see each other in other projects. And so it's always just like a fun environment. It's not stressful. Some directors, you work for them and it's like really stressful, and you're very easygoing and accommodating, and yeah.
Awesome, and much appreciated, Lillian. Sydney, I'm gonna cut you past you, Mac, because you work. I'm just gonna cut right
She's
past
gonna
that.
We
say all
need
kinds of
her.
bad things.
We need her. So I don't
You
think
can
we
go
should
later.
cut her. We need
All right,
her. Come on,
Sydney,
come on.
we're cutting to you, Sydney. How? Okay,
I don't want to get in trouble with Mac.
You're fine, but like, keep in mind, I know where you sleep, sir.
we'll come back.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, dang.
We'll come back to you.
Yes. Justice for Mac.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the comments.
Justice for Matt. Oh,
Love you, Tess.
fine. Let her
Yeah.
speak.
Justice.
Go ahead, Mac. I'll go
No,
after
you're
you.
fine. You're fine.
Let her speak. Let her speak.
You're fine. If you
Before we
want to jump
send her-
to Sydney, you're
Before she
fine.
becomes the Red Huntress hated, by the people, hater by the All right, so I mean, who wants to speak, Kenzie, or do you want to speak, Sydney?
If you want to jump to Sydney, that's fine.
Okay, we're jumping to Sydney. All right, Sydney, let's go. All right, here you go.
Yeah, because she's got nothing good to say. So
True.
All right, Sydney,
Horrible.
go ahead. What is your experience from? Well, you weren't in episode 1, but what
I
is
was
your
a voice in
experience as a
episode
new
1.
as a not returning actor, but as a new actor on episode 2?
Well, that's the thing. I was in episode 1, but I was a voice of the forest. So I got the experience of buying a perk and being able to participate from home, which is so cool that you can be a part of the production without having to go out to the filming and all that. So I highly encourage everybody to get these at-home perks because they're so freaking cool. And then, as I said before, I am new to the acting thing. I was in, school plays and show choir and that kind of stuff. But this year is when I started doing this, and this was the furthest I've ever gone to participate in a project. And the one person that I knew wound up not being able to make it. So for all of you to be so kind and so welcoming and make me so comfortable to come out and not know anybody from a can of paint and, not really know what I was doing. And you guys were all like, you got this. And I had the best time. You guys are all fantastic. I had a blast. And I really hope I get to return for another episode because this was so much fun.
Absolutely.
You will. Yeah.
So fun.
All right, Angel, you've been I've known you for a while, so you how do you feel being on the Red Huntress set? I know you've been on previous of my other sets. How do you feel about this one?
No, it's like really, really fun watching how much you grow. Like I remember, I think it was like back in 2018, some of your projects, like just seeing how much you've grown over the years. And then it's really cool actually. And I still find like harder at times with wardrobe, just like going back to that time. But it's such a cool experience to be on set too.
Thank you. No, being a director is not easy. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
The wardrobe
Not
sometimes,
easy.
even with the blouses and everything, it's like, wait, I need to find a place where I could get like accurate like 1900s like clothes.
Oh my
Like I
gosh, that's
regret
hard.
like donating like my grandma's blouses now. I'm just like,
Thrift store shopping. That's the number one thing I go and I look for all the stuff from that time period that you try to, so it's difficult, but shout out to Hilario because he's been finding me a lot of cool stuff at the flea market and stuff.
flea
so.
markets because
Yeah,
Goodwill
nice.
doesn't have
Okay,
much.
for anyone who's doing films, you just got to keep looking. You don't need to spend a lot of money on some things. You just got to look. And my number one thing is stay there. If you've done a production before, and you have some wardrobe left over or costumes, stay there.
hey Keith, you got an audio issue.
What's wrong?
You're fine.
Yeah,
No, you're good
There you
now.
go.
Good? Okay. I got somebody
Weird.
jumping in. Okay, Sammy. There you go. Someone jumped in. Okay. So can you guys hear me better?
Yeah, you were like underwater, like muffly sound.
Yeah, I was gonna
It
say
was only for,
underwater.
like a part of it. It wasn't for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
So-
so cool though.
Yeah, just
So yeah, save all your stuff. I mean, I think the number one thing I was out with Mac like the past 2 weeks because Party City's closing down, and you know what I was doing? I was getting all the props I can. We went to like 20 different Party Cities and spent the whole day Party City shopping. I am so sick and tired of Party City.
That's not an exaggeration either.
And, yeah,
We went today.
My whole back of my truck was filled with costumes, and I'm like, "Here's $100. Take my money. What can I get?"
Is all
You
Park
know.
Cities closing?
Yes.
Yeah, all party seasons are
Oh,
closing.
that's
I need to go to
sad.
Springfield and Bloomington to see what I can do down here.
Oh, it's like 75% off. I went today because I wanted to see what else they got. But
Yeah.
I went today, 75% off. Get the costume, get things what you need because it's gonna help, even if it's
And-
sitting there for like a few months.
For
it's
years.
tough
And
because
Hilario, if Hilario is still watching, get all the blood you can because for a pint it's like $2 right now.
$2 for fake
So I know
Oh,
you're always
wow.
looking for that because you're always doing stuff.
vampire teeth. We got a bunch of those for like
Yeah.
$10, like maybe 50 of them for $10. So you can get some cool things. You just got to keep looking. That's all. That's all. So Lewis jumped on and said, just dropped in to say hello. Watch episode 2. Very excited for being a part. Coming what's next. Thank you, Lewis. So Lewis is going to be in episode 3. You're going to catch him in episode 3. He's going to have a great episode. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy it. Is this who I think it is?
Yes, sir.
It's Clifton.
Oh, it's Clifton. I was like, not Gary.
Hey, Clifton.
Our werewolf. Yes, everyone. Also, don't forget with Clifton,
It's John Albert.
Hold on. I'm gonna. Don't
Well, that's
forget,
good, your
guys,
name.
you can sponsor Clifton. Go get his perk.
Who wouldn't want to sponsor Clifton?
It's
He's
awesome.
amazing, guys.
It's amazing.
Absolutely.
Get it. So, yeah. When we did Clifton scene, I said, "All right, Clifton, you have a creepy look when you laugh anyway. So go ahead and laugh, and just look dead at the camera, and I'll do the rest." And when he did it, he was just like, ha, ha, ha. I'm like, oh gosh, that's scary, man. And so it was great. Clifton, you did an amazing job. Thank you. I know we were going through the cold. He helped me out a lot behind the scenes. That's a great thing about this cast. It's just me and Kenzie really running production with Hilario here and there. These guys just come in and they say, "You need help with anything? What do you need help with?" So like all these guys, they're all getting hands on, and I'm grateful that they're here to help us because I wouldn't do it without them. Even like just with everything behind the scenes, I just have to. Hey, I don't have to ask them anything. They just offer up, and it's great. It's really great. So thank you guys. Thank you to the cast who's watching, and thank you who are here today. So all right, let's jump to our evil one, Misty. You were in episode 1. Moving on to episode 2. How do you feel? What are your thoughts? How do you feel about being on set with us? What's your opinion?
I loved episode 1. I think Lillian's point, everybody is, very nice and very chill on set. We work hard, but we also it's not stressful, like she said, because we all get along. And I enjoyed episode 2 a lot just because kind of enjoyed playing with that knife and stabbing people and the special effects. It was. I told Keith before we filmed because I had bought some of those retractable knives and I was like, Keith, I'm addicted to these things. I was just going around practicing and stabbing people. Yeah. So I'm very happy to be a part of it, and I'm very impressed with how your creativity of the characters and the storyline and just the video magic that you can do. And Mac, the composer and assistant director, and y'all really pump things out too. I'm impressed by that because you do, like you said, it's been 3 months in between the episodes, and you've shot 2 episodes, but you've also got them into production as well, and that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be in something, I want the production to. I want the product to actually be produced and be out, because as an actress, it really doesn't do me any good to be on a film if nobody ever gets to see it.
Yeah, I agree. And it's tough. Like I said, it's very tough pushing out. Like again, like I get a lot of people who that come and go who, disrespect me as a director. They don't understand how much work is going into this. And it's like, you just are like, I'm doing so much to make you guys look good, to make all of us look good. And we don't have a big budget. It's a small group. We're a ragtag group of people who come together to try making something awesome and hoping that this can be our jobs. So it's really nice to hear that because, sometimes some people just you know, they just look at this as a joke and it's like, it's a hobby. It's fun. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a hobby. It's fun. I don't want it to be stressful. It's like, when you play sports when you're a kid and it's all fun and games. And then when you finally start getting into like college or high school, like later on in high school or early college, it turns into a job and it's not fun anymore. That's where you lose everything. Yeah, you got to get down to business, but you got to have fun. When you're done with filming, you got to go home. You got to say, all right, guys, that was awesome. You guys were great. And then you come back a few weeks later, a few months later, and you turn on the screen and you're like, oh my gosh, I remember doing that on TV, on set and all the good stuff. So funny thing about Misty, I felt so bad. So it was like cold outside and Misty was like wrapped up in toilet paper. So
Misty's from Texas and very, very delicate. Like I don't like to go if the temperature is below my age. Don't ask me to go anywhere. I don't want to go.
I feel
That's
that.
fair.
I'm from Philly.
I felt so bad. So we were filming this.
You
Yes,
were such a trooper.
Yeah.
she went.
Sorry,
through that.
Keith.
We were just using off a space like a propane heater to keep us all warm, and it was just. I mean, everyone was just cool with it. They just flew with it. They did what they have to do. Nobody was really complaining, and I love it because it's like I don't have the budget to keep like a nice warm place for everyone, but everyone worked with what they did, and I appreciate it. And it shows. And like I said, I try not making things look like it's like cheaply done. I always want to make the best out of the little I have. What my thing to tell to everybody is, if I gave you $20 to make a film, you need to make it look like $1,000 film. You want to make it look like it's not $20. That's what I grew up on when I first started filming. When I did Fate Forthcoming, we had our premiere and someone said, this looks like a $10 film. And Hilario came up to me and he's like, don't get depressed about it, man. Take it with a grain of salt. And when you move forward and when you do your next films, just think of that mindset. If I gave you $20 or $10 for filming, what can you do? Make it as good as you can. So when people come back and look, wow, how much budget with that? And you tell them, oh, it's just this much. That shows you your value and show you what you can do, because it does a lot. So thank you. All right, Nikita, you're not in episode 2. You were mauled in episode 1. You had a bunch of blood down your throat, and she's making a. Oh, I'm not gonna. Well, okay, whatever. Yeah, she's making a small comeback in episode 3. What happens? We don't know.
Say no.
You might know if you watched the ending after the credits.
I haven't been able to watch it yet.
Oh my goodness!
Sorry, I fell asleep, took a nap. I didn't mean to. I tried to join as soon as possible. I didn't want to miss everything. I'm not gonna lie.
You're paying very close attention at the end of the credits, okay? You have to realize what. Oh, she's laughing. What we got laughing here?
Nothing. I'm sorry.
No. Spill the beans. Spill the beans.
Nothing. Continue.
What does her red huntress
beans.
hide? What secrets is she hiding?
Yeah, what secrets is she hiding?
I will never tell.
I will go over there in like 10 hours.
There's no tea party
But
with Alice
anyway.
tonight.
Anyway, we'll just keep that on a side note then. We'll see what's going on with you, Sammy. We're going to keep an eye on you. Yeah, so Nikita, and then she's gone.
She just left.
She's gone. She disappeared. And now she's back. I see how.
She's like, screw you guys.
So yeah, Nikita. So if you paid attention after the credits of episode 3, you saw a little glitch of something that happens. And I'm not going to introduce the monster. and what they do and what the new creature is getting involved in. But we'll just know Nikita's making her comeback in a way with a new cult that is introduced. So, like I said, it's going to be fun. Episode 3 is going to be very scary. If you have watched the Conjuring series, and I think that's still in the Conjuring series, it's called The Nun. If you watch that, that's how scary and that's how the looks we're going for episode 3. The Nun mixed with Evil Dead with less comedy. Okay, so bloodier Evil. Well, Evil Dead was pretty bloody, but let's do the original Evil Dead, not the remake. So that's the feel we're trying to go for episode 3, the scariness, the looks, and all that stuff. But Nikita, go ahead. How's your experience? And then we'll have to talk to Sammy and ask her some questions next.
My experience has been amazing. You're open-minded. Like, yes, you are the producer, and like you're making everything and you're working everything with all your stuff. But like, even if like one of us has a small like thing, hey, how would this look? You're very open to that, and like I know I appreciate that, and I'm guessing most of the cast probably appreciate it because we don't feel like we're just there, that we have more than just being an actor for you. We do have a voice on top of everything else.
Nice. Yeah, so that's what we want. We want to make. You okay? Okay.
She's probably knocked out.
She's sleeping. Took her for a run today.
Aww.
So yeah, you know, I know we got like maybe 15 minutes left, so I'll wrap things up a bit. Sammy, last one on the list. Well, I know you talked a little bit. How do you feel about the production? What do you want to tell people? You know, what do you want to tell people about the Red Huntress? I'll start with you with this and why they should donate, what to expect in episode 3. You know, the number one thing we want to tell people is like, hey, we want to, people ask me, well, what's the money going to be used for? And obviously people have now seen this is what we use the money for. We don't just take it and run away and buy a Lamborghini and do that, buy all that good stuff that we could, but we don't. But we use it to make the episode better. So Sammy, you're the Red Huntress. You're the face of this show. So let's start with you.
So do you want me to start with where the money goes?
Well, just
Is that
talk,
what you're saying?
like your experience from episode 1, episode 2, your experience on set. And like, let's, why people should donate, why we want to get them to help us, Like, yeah.
The experience has been great. Like it's been truly amazing. The cast is just so well put together. We all get along so good. We work hard and then we play harder. So I really like that mentality. I like the fact that you take care of us so well. Like you make sure we have our breaks, and if we need anything, we can ask you or Mac. You guys hear us out on like we have opinions on something, you run it by us, which that's not super common. So that's really nice. Even though our locations have been kind of limited, they've still been pretty good locations. So that's pretty fun.
Gotta make it work.
Yeah. So hopefully we can get more donations, because those locations that you found they look so amazing. It'll be so good for episode 3.
It'll be so great. And the weather's right now, so it gives us time.
That was cold, man. It was cold last time.
Was it?
Yeah, it
was. You know what? Yeah, you were.
I stood on water with you guys.
Okay, that was
on the ice. That was crazy, by the way.
That was you wanted to go on.
So I missed the
That was cold.
Yeah, so Sammy thought it was a great idea. Hey guys, when we're done filming, it was like, I don't know, 6 o'clock at night.
Cold.
It was freezing, and she's like, I'm gonna go and share on the frozen lake because I saw people ice skating on it. And
See, how many directors will do that though? You guys stood with me when I was facing like life and death, and you let me do it.
You did it on your
And
own.
Mac went with me.
You were supervised, not by an
We were there
adult.
waiting
You were
to like
supervised.
jump out and save you. That's being Keith. We're like, oh
I
my
was
god, we're gonna have to
sitting-
run
I
and
was
pull her
sitting
out of
with
this.
Ilario in the car, and he's like, if she falls in, that's on her.
Yeah. But you guys I wouldn't say encourage it. You guys went with me. So that's brownie points for you guys.
I went total mom on you, and I was like, don't.
Yeah.
Basically, Sammy, if you fell in,
But I would
Keith
have
was
told
gonna
you
grab
that.
his camera. Hilario was gonna do his seal reveal.
There you go.
Yeah.
I would have been pulling you out.
freaking
Don't
seal
worry. I
reveal.
would not have let you go under. I would have got you. So
Sydney. It was too cold.
everybody else would be filming, and then afterwards I would have frozen up.
Yeah,
Reaction-wise, I would have jumped in.
Hilario's like, well, in all realism, if she fell in, she's gonna have to get completely butt naked, and someone's gonna have to put something warm on her.
God.
Because
Yeah,
we were saying,
That's less really easy. Don't say that.
I said, Sammy, you know, if you fall in, to prevent you from getting hypothermia, we're gonna have to take off all your clothes and put something warmer on you. And
Because the Red Huntress wears so many anyway.
Yeah, right. And just hopefully you don't die. You know,
Just be another polar plunge.
she was just wearing a corset. It's okay. All right, she was just wearing a corset and a cape, so you'll be you'll be
It
fine.
all worked out. It was all good. So.
Yeah. The fight scene was so fun, so I'm looking forward to do more of those.
Speaking about the fight scene, Ronnie, thanks for tuning in. So glad to be a part of the series, Ronnie. You did amazing.
We're glad to have you, dude.
Great.
Thank
Ronnie,
you for letting me hit you in the belly.
Oh yeah, they were doing their fight practice, and Sammy's like, "I don't want to hit you. I don't want to hurt you." Ronnie's like, "That's cool. I'm okay with that."
That was one of the funniest things I've seen because Sammy's punching Ronnie, and Ronnie's standing there chewing gum.
Yeah, he's just
and she's just decking him, and he's just like, it was so funny.
It's like a fly keeps landing on him.
So as you saw, Ronnie. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you're like 6'2", 6'3", close to that height. And Sammy, how tall are you? You're like,
I'm gonna round up and say 5'4".
5'4". So the fact when Sammy was throwing punches at Ronnie's just chewing his gum like he's like, I'm good. And Sammy's just like, I'm like, it's like punching like a big teddy bear, just like, And I was like, all right, well, you're okay, Sammy. You won't hurt him. So
yeah.
It reminds me of the episode of SpongeBob where like Flats is beating up SpongeBob, and he's just like, okay, and Flats is just going to town, and SpongeBob's
That's what it felt like too.
Now he's gonna
wow.
Which is another compliment to you guys
6'4".
on the production is your safety measures. You guys really make sure that we are following safety protocol. So I really appreciated that too. Like with the fight scene, you guys were really on top of it.
Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at that, Sam, but y'all want to talk about funny. Okay, let me tell you a little backstory about this because everyone wants to hear this. Scarlett, you did an amazing job as Widow Luna May, and it all started because Joe wanted to shoot you in the back. Fun fact, episode 1. Okay, here's the fun fact. In episode 1, I was telling Joe, okay, you're supposed to shoot one of the angry mob members. And he was like, no, I'm sorry. No one was supposed to get shot. And then Joe was like, well, you know, in my career, I have never shot anybody before. I never killed anyone in my career of filming on TV. And I was like, okay, what do you think? He's like, well, I want to shoot Scarlett in the back. I'm like, why? And he was like, come on, man. He was like, I never done it before, and this will be great for my reel. So I looked at Scarlett, and Scarlett was like, that's fine with me. And I'm just over here like, okay, fine, if you want to do it. And I felt so bad for Scarlett, but Scarlett was a champ because she was like, she fell a few times. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Scarlett, but she got up like a champ and she rocked it out. You'll be seeing her also in episode 3. She's making a comeback as well. But she got her revenge back on Joe. So that slap that you all watched on the thing, Joe reached out to me and he told me, Keith, I wanted to be as real as it can be. So let Scarlett slap me. I said, okay, so we're going to fake it because, you know, of course, when you film it, you don't actually hit somebody. She was like, no. I want her to actually slap me. So I looked at Scarlett and Scarlett was like, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm just like, okay. There you go. 8 total slaps to the face. And we had to which one. So when you hear him say, "Oh gosh," like that was genuine. That was real. Joe took it, and I give him credit because he took the hit hard. And I told it was what 40%. She started off with like 40%, and I said, "No, that's not good enough. Go up to like 70." And then Paul's in the back like, "Nah, do 80." And I'm just like, Paul Clifton was like, "Just hit him." Like, so, but no, they both did a great job. Joe Rosing, shout out to you. You're a champ. Joe DeBartolo, I know. You know how many people messaged me saying that Joe DeBartolo was killed? They were so upset seeing him die in the episode. And I'm like, well, I mean, hey, at least he went, well, I said he didn't go out in a good way, but I mean, he did what he had to do, and Joe is another great person. I love Joe DeBartolo. So, what he said, she said, "I gave you each 2 chances to back out." Yeah, she did. She gave chances. Joe was like, "We're doing this." So yeah. So yeah, Matt, go ahead.
So I don't want to cut you off. That's why I'm just like, but every time I try to talk, I get cut off. So when you guys listen to that specific scene, when Scarlett's talking, you hear Joe, because he had a mic on, because he had lines before that, you hear him say very clearly, "My God," or like something along those lines. I could not get rid of that for the life of me because of Scarlett having lines on that. That's not scripted. That's genuinely Joe reacting to the slap.
Everything after Joe got smacked is genuine pain.
To be fair, he got slapped 3 times prior to that, and that last one was the hardest one.
No, yeah, 4 hits, 8 balls. She counted, and we all were counting it every time. And Joe took it like a champ. I'm like, Joe, you're gonna have a red mark on your face. So you know what? Next time I'm gonna have Ronnie punch Sammy just like that from the thing. See how many times she can hit.
Poor Sammy's gonna.
Well, at least he won't have to have makeup for a bruise. So
no, he wouldn't. I think you'll be clean knocked out though. If like I really thought you were clean knocked out because you just went down. You're like, oh, I'm like, oh,
yeah, your fall was great.
I knocked out, and Hilario
was
like,
that had bruises for days, but it was worth it.
Hilario was clapping, and I'm looking at him. And everyone's like, yeah, that was good. That was good. I'm like, she just got knocked the hell out. Like, whoa. And she's like, what do you want me to do next? I'm just like, oh, okay, good. You're okay. You're fine. And she's not knocked out. I'm like, yeah, you'll have a big bruise, and that's something you can't clean up. Not like, Sydney going to the airport looking like one-eyed monster.
Well, that was the other thing that I was going to say when, it was brought up how well you guys took care of us. Like, I was laughing about the contact, and Mac was immediately like, are you okay? Is your eye burning? Is it like she was so concerned about me? I'm like, no, I'm okay. Like, thank you. But it meant the world to me that was her first concern. And then she's like, all right, I can laugh about it now. But as long as I make sure you're okay first. So thank you.
Yeah.
Safety is our number one concern. When someone comes on the set, all I ask for is respect. Respect, communication, and being straightforward. That's it. It's not hard. And then safety too. So and comfortability. That's the number one thing. Like, I will go up to Sammy. I will go up to you guys all know. I will go up to you and say, "Are you okay with doing this?" before we even do it. Absolutely. If you're not, I can change it. It's whatever you feel like. And everyone's like, "Okay, no, that's fine. We can do it." But that's my number one thing: respect, communication, safety, and comfortability. That's the number one thing. I'm gonna have a T-shirt made like that. So yeah. So okay. So we are past our hour mark. Holy cow, everybody! So how do I say that? I'm sorry. I'm just.
I agree, Scarlett. I agree.
All right. So, but again, everybody, I like to thank everyone for tuning in this evening. It was great. Sammy's already dancing. So before I say my final remarks, I'm just going to do quick. We're at 112 views, 151 subscribers. So let's get those numbers up. Let's do it. Share it. Also, don't forget, share the Indiegogo, check it out, donate, help us get to episode 3, because, I mean, the hype is real. You know, sharing is caring. Yes, Angel, sharing is caring. So the hype is real again. We want to make it really good. Episode 3, we have ready to roll. Just need to get our locations and everything together.
Turn your music down.
Huh?
Turn your music down because your audio's being weird.
There you go.
There you go. Now you're clear.
Cool. So yeah, we want to make,
I'm kidding.
we want to make sure that, you know, we get what we need so we can film episode 3 and make it good, because, you know, this is what everyone wants. So again, thank you for everyone who tuned in. I'm sorry, I got private chat running in here. Yeah, there you go. Cool, Nikita. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in this evening. It was a great evening. For the 3rd episode, like I said, we really want to get this out there. We really want to get our goal, because if we get our goal, episode 3, we can have an in-person red carpet premiere. Who doesn't want us to have that? Like, we're going to be watching episode 1 and then releasing episode 3, red carpet. Everyone gets to dress up, you get to wear what they want, and you get to meet everybody in person. Also, fun thing, we are going on Tubi after episode 3 is released. So yes, that's something awesome that people have been asking me. That's what I was going to say earlier. People are like, so what's your plan? Well, of course our plan. We're going to go on Tubi. We're going to go out. We're going to go.
World.
We're going to go.
Oh my gosh, if we all had a group that Disney World, that'd be so cool.
Fun fact, I've never gone.
I've never been to Disney World.
Never gone to any Disney.
Yeah, I've never been to California.
Universal's better.
I've been to Florida. I've been to, like, I think it's SeaWorld, but that was it. That's the most I've been out.
Wait, not SeaWorld.
Huh?
Oh, Free Willy.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Yeah. No,
Animal
I went
lovers
around
family
there,
over here.
So, poor animals out.
Now I'm gonna start crying about that fish again.
Oh my gosh. Who cares? You're okay. The fish is still there. It's alive.
To be fair, Keith and I and Maurice and Kathy were in Jedi's a few days ago. It was not by the filter anymore.
Okay, good. Well, was it still there?
I'm pretty sure.
But it was free swimming now. It wasn't stopped.
Yeah, it was like swimming around the tank.
If it was
wasn't
there.
like-
Okay.
Yeah, it was there. Yeah. So, but everyone, thank you all for tuning in this evening again. Just, you know, like I said, as always, you know, sharing is caring. Check it out. Indiegogo. Help us get our funds, guys. Like, we need it. We want to make episode 3 awesome. I want to see all these beautiful faces coming over to the red carpet. We want to see you at the red carpet. So this is like an opportunity to get some photos. People can dress up nice. You know, maybe, you know, have some werewolves on site. I don't know. We'll see. But we also are looking at doing some conventions this year that will be showing up and getting a table to. So keep an eye for that, because that's going to be my first convention I'll be doing. So we'll keep everyone posted at what conventions we're doing coming up. Horror conventions, I think that's what they are. So we'll go from there. So all right, everyone, thanks for tuning in again. Have a good night. Have a good morning wherever you are from. Give me 1 second. Someone's saying something in the chat before I call this. Fried fish.
Hilario talking about the fish.
Oh gosh. Don't make Sammy sad.
That's not nice.
Love the Wellos. So
I was just about to ask to bring my buddy to the red carpet premiere too.
so
I would love that.
it's gonna be
I got a
awesome.
carrier for him.
Red carpet premiere.
It's a fluff ball.
So, you know, I think it's going to be awesome, but we need your help, everyone. We need your help. So help donate to us. So, all right, everyone, have a good night. If you guys want to stick around, not the audience, but at the after party, after we go offline, we can talk for a little bit and go from there. Just explain a little bit of stuff about new plans. Alex Baltazar tuned in. What's up, Alex? I know you came right at the end of it. I don't know if you're listening, but okay. So, all right, everyone, have a good night for you guys. If you want to stick around afterwards when I go off.
Thank you for
I will
supporting
go
the Red
ahead and,
Huntress.
stick around.
Thank you.
All right, but everyone else, have a good night. Don't forget, check out our Indiegogo. Links in description. And go watch the second chapter. And make sure you watch all the way till the end. So, all right, everyone, have a good night. See ya.